Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Young Ben is signing in my first live on the tube. So excited about this. I didn't even know I had the capability to go live. I guess YouTube, you know, I think they changed it to where you only need 50 people. I don't know. But hey, bro, I'm on here. I can go live. I can go live, so I'm here, man. So for anyone that tunes in and listens, just saying it off the rip, I appreciate you taking some time. Stop by. All right. But let's get right into it. Because I had this downloaded information that I feel like needs to be shared with the world. And as you seen in the title, it says Diddy believes, not even believes, Diddy says that media is the most powerful industry in the world, right? So we've all, I ain't gonna say we've all, but a lot of people have been talking about the documentary. They've seen the documentary on Netflix. Um, Personally, I was hesitant to watch it initially because I do not like um feeding into something that isn't directly benefiting me, I guess you could say. Like the information that I'm about to consume, I don't feel like it's going to be a benefit to me by listening and engaging. It's hard for me to, to pay attention to that, right? But but in that same vein, I've come to a place that is, for who I am, and being in the media space, you have to keep up and have some type of ear and eyes to what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to observe and not absorb. And I've even, have said that on videos as well. So this is one of those moments for me, observing, seeing, watching, listening to the episodes, the four-part documentary laid out by Netflix, ultimately produced by 50 Cent, right? I'm watching it, but I'm not absorbing because there's a lot of information um, coming out, a lot of feelings and emotions being shown on the television, right? And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. And I'm not really gonna go too deep into that part of it and give my opinion on what I think and all that because I don't like to. I'm not in the industry. I do not know any of these people. I have not been a part of any events or anything like this. So I feel like my opinion is just not even really, what I'm saying, necessary on something like that. Um, I'm not a first hand account. I'm not a primary source, as we learned in school, to what was going on. But I do trust my spirit of discernment. I do trust my ears to understand and listen for the truth. Now, I will say this. All right. I will say this. Grown men do not just cry for no reason, especially not on the camera and not on national television, right? On three separate occasions, three grown men were crying on this documentary. So just off that fact alone, that tells me, bro, something was happening, something was going down. Now, the specifics, hey, like I said, I wasn't there. I didn't see any of these things with my own eyes. So I can't say, yes, that is 100% fact. That happened. I can't say that. But once again, grown men do not cry for just any reason. Something happened. Something happened. Some things were going on. Now, as we also learned, there was a lot of substances involved in a lot of these interactions and relationships and business relationships. So, someone's recall of a specific event can be blurred, right? So it's a slippery slope. It's a two-way street going on here. But and once again, I believe that this a similar story keeps being conveyed, I have to, you know what I'm saying? It can't all be lies, right? So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's my opinion on it. You can take with that as you may. Go watch it for yourself, see what you think, right? But I want to get to this part because this is the part that really struck me, right? Because like I said, I'm always listening for something that can help me, like in my path and in my journey, and someone that understands his purpose in life, someone that is moving forward, trying to accomplish things and do things while he is experiencing this this life on planet Earth. How can I have what can I gain from this, right? So in part four of the documentary, Diddy is walking on the streets of New York, and he's trying to sway the public and put out his narrative and what he thinks, not even what he thinks, but to help save his public image. Let's say that. He's trying to save his public image, right? And in that, he has his sons putting out different things. He's trying to get people on the phone to put out statements and do different things on his behalf to make him look better because the things that are coming out do not sound friendly. And in the midst of that, the documentary catches this statement. Diddy goes so bluntly, so straightforward. Media is the most powerful industry in the world. Says it just like that. Media is the most powerful industry in the world. Media. Granted, think about this. We're talking about Diddy, really known as a music mogul, right? Bad Boy Records, signing the best artists, producing albums. Biggie, Mary J, 112, Jody, like these, this is music, right? But he didn't say music though. He didn't say music. He said media is the most powerful industry in the world. Why would he say that? If he's built this catalog, this net worth, whether you think it was wrongfully done or not, his alleged, I ain't gonna say alleged, but his craft has been in music, managing artists, being a strategist in the music world. But he said media. When a powerful person speaks, you listen. You have to give it some form of credibility because in the current world that we live in right now, wealth holds weight. With money, we equate money to having more experiences. And on a level that is, true. And we also equate when people have attained certain monies that they are smart. They know how to move themselves into certain situations. They've seen a lot of different things. They see the inner workings of different industries, businesses, people. So, for one of the most powerful people to ever exist in music, at one point was the pinnacle of music. Everybody wanted to be on Bad Boy Records. Everybody wanted to have a chance to meet Diddy to get their shot at musical glory, to have their gifts and their talents acknowledged on the world stage. He upholds media as the most powerful industry in the world. And when he said that, it hit me. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's right. He's right. He's right. Media, media, media has convinced us of so many things in our prospective lifetimes. He was on the documentary using media to help sway the public to believe his side and stand in his defense. Media. What we just watched in the documentary was a form of media which made us think a certain way about Diddy. Media. 1 week after the documentary was made, Netflix buys Warner Brothers. $90 million. Media. Warner Brothers was one, well, especially when I was growing up, Warner Brothers was the media company. You seen that WB logo everywhere. Everywhere. Media. Media. Diddy says media is the most powerful industry in the world. And so leveraging that back to what, how does that pertain to you? How does that pertain to me? If you're trying to do something in the world right now, whether it's your business, anything you're trying to do, right? It is a form of media. You are a walking media company. You have a phone in your pocket. I'm talking on YouTube right now on a live stream. That is a form of media. I am giving you my perspective on something that I think is very tangible to how we are living right now. So I'm trying to spark somebody's mind, how my mind was just sparked. And like, wow, like we all are walking media companies. And it's literally made this easy, right? It literally has been made this easy to put out your form of media, to give your narrative, to give your story. Think about all the things that we have been convinced of through the media. And I don't want to be too long in this. I'm already 12 minutes in, but I have to say this. It's been on my mind. I have to say this. We were convinced that a certain group of people was bad in 2001 because of media. We were convinced that milk was good for us because of media. We were convinced that salt was bad for us because of media. The entire program your individual mind and brain works on is because of media. You think a certain way because of things that you've seen. That's why you hear people say, now unprogram your mind to think a different way, to do something different. You have to what? Guard your eyes, guard your mind, guard your ears from the things that you see, hear, right? Because that's a form of media. If you're taking in the wrong form of media, it can impact you. I guess, you know, music goes into the ears. If it's what they say, they can control the frequency, supposedly. It can make you feel a certain thing. It can make you do a certain thing. All right. So, I don't want to be too long-winded on this, but I had to put this out there, guys. Do not miss your opportunity right now to become a major media company, a media mogul. I have dabbled in different ways, different forms of media, and I'm just really seeing it now. Like, wow, wow. I can't sell myself short. We can't sell ourselves short. Content isn't going anywhere. The cameras aren't going anywhere. And as long as the internet is alive, content will always be a thing. Making videos will always be a thing. Now, how it's being done, what people are consuming, the trends, whatever you want to say, that can change. That will change. But media isn't going anywhere. Okay? It is not. So I just wanted to drop that on you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Whoever did tune in, whoever is going to tune in to this, become your own media company. Tell your own story. Tell your own narrative. It is the most powerful thing you can do. I love y'all. Keep pushing.